Rats, we're rats, we're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night, we're the rats. I'm the giant rat that makes all noise.
Welcome everyone to yet another hot slick stream. I'm your host Izumi. Hot Saturday night, Sunday morning for the both of us. But yeah, we got ourselves a guest for today. For those of you who are unattended, this boy right here, this sleepy boy right here, his name is Rutnak. You may call him as Rat. We go way back, all the way from like 3 years ago, and let's give him some cheers for Rutnak. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to the fellow Goji viewers?
Alright then, hello there, Tuesday everyone from Sumi channel. My name is Ratana. I am a Cambodian VTuber. I stream on Twitch every weekday. I make highlight video every weekend, which I should be doing actually right now, but why not?
It's okay. Why don't you go ahead and advertise what your Twitch is? By the way, even though I'm not writing it down.
You should just put it in the description.
Yeah, I probably should have. That's really bad of me, but it's okay. I'm subscribed to you. I'm a fan. Look at all these fine fellas in here.
Wow.
The scout from Team Fort 2 says subscribe.
Wow, it's the scout from Team Fortress 2. I'm big fan.
Yes. Anyways, what is the point of tonight? Well, let's just say from what was the last stream. I'm not Rat. I don't know if you know this, but
no.
Yeah, no.
Like in the morning, that's not true.
Yeah, no way. So what it was is that last week I had a Godzilla Earth to be the host, aka salutations. That voice sucks to do, by the way. it murders your throat to do it. And how I started the stream was like this, and this little video over here. It's the figure becomes alive and he ultra rises. Ain't that cool? Wow. So
oh my god.
So for tonight's, yeah, there you go, Godzilla_ice-cream.mp3. So the purpose of tonight, and why this thing is also called Jet Jaguar, as some of you might not know, fellow Rutnak here did eventually not eventually. He basically is the influence of me to just be here to do the streaming and do this VTuber endeavor. And I did help him with the start of making some side thumbnails, making some animations, whatnot. So, and obviously way before that one, we have our brushes in the Team Fortress 2 and Godzilla community. And I don't know. You tell him, what's your favorite kaiju or thing from the Godzilla franchise? Why don't you go ahead and say it, so we can.
No. Megalon. Nah, just kidding. It's Jet Jaguar.
There we go. So to commemorate with that, our purpose of tonight is gonna be this. We're gonna do how I started last week's stream by animating that segment with him. And where is him in this, you might ask? He's here. He's just he's tucking his hands into his all too iconic red flannel. And what is his ultra riser, you may ask? Well, that's pretty easy. In the Steam DMs, I did just casually ask him on a Friday. So just real quick, name an item. He didn't know what I was talking about, and obviously he doesn't know the context. And ultimately, he said axe. So his ultra riser is gonna be the Scotsman Skull Cutter, downsized. There you go.
What the heck is an ultra riser? I have no idea what that is.
It's Goshowa kudasai. Wareru nao Ultraman Z is what it is.
That
Except
doesn't answer anything, but okay.
it does. You'll figure out what it is in due time. So the idea is, this is your pose 1 or 2. I'm gonna go ahead and make like an extra keyframe in here, just so I can go ahead and put like a before animation. And our idea is that he is going to shift his weight a little bit here. He's gonna raise his chest up, and he's gonna just raise this thing up. It's kind of miffed right now. We're gonna have to rotate it a bunch, and I don't know how to position arms. That's real bad. That's real bad. I'll just look at reference. If any of you have troubles with trying to pose things, don't be afraid to look at reference, because sometimes the easiest answers are just the answers that are directly presented right in front of you. Even if I'm not doing too good a job, so to say.
If I know what you're gonna ask me, I could just say a Luger.
A Luger? But a Luger is just a gun. You can't really...
I know.
It's not really graceful to rise with something that's not a stick or a rod. You get what I mean, my guy?
Yeah, but that's a Luger.
It is a Luger, I suppose. What do you use to make these? Lazy Reptile says it's Source Filmmaker. This thing is free. The biggest irony of my career so far is the free software and the models that these fellow troopers such as Ultraman Ultimo and 2009 Mechagodzilla provide, which are also free. Just give them credit. And shoutouts to Ultimo and Snake 151 2009 Mechagodzilla. The biggest irony in my career so far is the free things earn the views and the money is what I realize. And sure, maybe some can say that's quite the travesty, but yeah, no, what if you're on the receiving end of things, wouldn't you pick it if you just had a formula that if you just knew a formula of success, wouldn't you do it? Oh, whoops. Well, that kind of bums out, doesn't it? Who that boy? Who is him? His name is Rutnak. You may refer to him as Rat. Maybe some of us aren't moving as well as we'd want to because I'm not checking these things too well. This is cool. I'm gonna drink my soda in my purple boba thermos bottle. Nice. Ecuador. It's a lot of funny use. Spain, your videos are cool. Who's your friend? And then it's the Starscream in my chat. Big Smoke here as well, as we seen him. I did just use my animation set editor to do this, so that's my bad. I'm gonna have to go ahead and like re-keyframe some of these things. And it doesn't help that Source Filmmaker. It doesn't help that my computer is screaming at like 100% CPU because I'm streaming off a laptop, but it's okay. I did not take into consideration that I just did that though. So now I have to go ahead and bend this thing back where they came from. Which is rather unfortunate. What's this all about? We're making an Ultra Riser animation tonight.
Yeah, and I have absolutely no idea what that is.
You don't, not yet. You will soon. Just because we know a little bit of Godzilla doesn't mean that we should shield ourselves from other things in the Toku sphere. There's the Kamen Rider, there's the Power Rangers, and you can't forget Ultraman, Giras, Gomez, Latin America, making animation, bro. Monster Island Rock is the thing that happened. Alright, did I do it? We're just going off of whether or not this thing works as in terms of our key poses. He's just gonna tuck the thing out from his red flannel. Shorga Vibe Check talk show. España. This isn't a Mexican stream. Where are you guys coming from? Bread. What have you done for the past 3 days, Rat? Have you been teleporting bread?
What?
Have you
Not
been
really.
teleporting bread? The Scott from Team Fort 2 asks. Have you been teleporting
No.
bread?
I've been streaming.
There we go.
But
You know what's and the really funny thing about me like making animations about and for our fellow boy on the right corner of the right bottom corner of the screen right beside me right now is that the fact that we go way back to his name and alias was for a long time just 2 numbers, not even letters. It's 2 numbers. It's 45. And so these days, when I still make things and my file names, anything that has him in it will always start with just the number. We'll just start with the numbers 45, just for convenience. It's just 45 stream something, 45 motorbike something. So that's a pretty that's some trivia.
I still have 45 in my name, but it's just in quiet now.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't even notice. So that's what those Khmer letters were about. Which speaking of
it's just
yeah.
a number.
Speaking of Khmer, why don't you go ahead and tell the fellas where are you from? You don't live too far from where I am. Not too far. We're all Southeast Asia. We're all Southeast Asia folks.
But yeah, I am from Cambodia. But everyone who doesn't know is like between Thai and Vietnam.
And what is it? Is it like bottom of Laos?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I still know a little bit of my geography. I mean, the sea map is pretty familiar to what I know in class, but it's always nice to refresh. I was in terms of saying that we do go way back, I really do mean it because we started all the way back in like 2017, back in January 2018 when my dad decided, hey, let's go have a tour to Phnom Penh. Where's Phnom Penh? I asked. It's in Cambodia. Immediately I DM'd this boy here, hey, I'm coming over. He went, what? And then we had a real swell fun time with at the I mean, here's the thing about from what I saw from the 2 years ago is that there are a lot of people going first world countries, America, Japan, and Britain, and where I am is quote unquote bootleg America. It's Malaysia because our flags look very similar. So the talk that goes around is that we're still having like third world mentalities, something. It'll take the endeavors. It'll be the 2020 endeavor. This is when our 4th Prime Minister, aka our 7th Prime Minister, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, was Prime Minister, and this is back in like the 80s, 90s, early 2000s when he said something like the quote-unquote Wawasan 2020, the endeavors for the year 2020 to be when we become the sort of like, I don't know, when we can first world and be mature as just a country. Shucks to say, well, we all know what happened, but
Hey Drake, welcome. How you doing, buddy?
Drake? Oh, is this someone that's is this someone from your chat?
Yeah.
I'm forced to go to the temple again, against my own will. Subway is good. Subway is good.
I wish I have Subway here.
Dude, there's no Subway here? I mean, there's no Subway
here.
Ah,
Yeah, there's no Subway here.
shucks. What the hell?
There's no Subway here and no McDonald's here.
What? I mean, there's I know there's KFC. There's no McDonald's.
There's only Burger King
Yeah, that.
and Carl's Jr.
And Carl's Jr. We had Carl's Jr. pretty late in the lifespan. And so what it was that little trip that I had all the way back in 2018 was that if anyone really wanted to, and this is not to say that I'm trying to that I'm trying to just sham out on countries or whatever, but just coming from my perspective, if you needed to say third world country, I'm like, you could visit there. Great place in terms of like if you want to just experience like a pretty different culture of how they are, even compared to what we have over here. So it's like if you needed to know, you didn't go ahead and have a visit. I do have like two music videos that use the same footage back those 2 years ago that does show you that if you go there knowing what you're trying to look for, you can find some pretty good stuff. It's an overall pretty neato place to travel to if you wish to know. We need cheese, father. Father, please, father, come home. I want cheese. McDonald's chicken nuggets are bad. They put disgusting stuff in it. You'd say that?
No.
Burger. It was a very interesting game. Toxic Unicorns in Among Us. See, Rat here. What's your opinion on Among Us? Because I'm pretty sure you're pretty vocal about this.
I'm not really vocal. I just don't like the game.
There we go.
I just don't really enjoy the game.
So that's your answer. I mean, from my end, I don't even play games, so it's not even fair to like say. But that's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? He plays all them games, but there are some games where he kind of just go, not my style. So we don't have to.
Yeah, like the entirety of the MOBA genre.
Pretty much the same thing. How many of you folks how many of you folks in the chat actually delve into something like Dota, League, and whatever else that exists? I probably should go ahead and make this faster. Well, the thing.
Cheese. Yeah, I love cheese.
Cheese. I love cheese too. One of my favorite foods.
But not too much cheese, it make me puke.
It does.
No, just too much of them, it just gonna make me puke.
Oh right, okay. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that this thing is screaming at 100%, I probably would have a better time trying to go at it. That's kind of just me putting in key poses from now.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. If you see my model clicking out, then you'll know why.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he'll snap back in. Oh no, the model completely disappears. Never mind. Mom! McDonald's fries are addicting, but when they're cold, they taste bad. I get what you mean, Mauricio. You really got to catch the fries when they're good. Because when they're fresh baked or when they're heated up again, they're good. But once you let them go for a few like tens of minutes, they go soggy.
Alright, I'm back.
I just beat Shin Godzilla. Where did you beat Shin Godzilla in, Sean? Evil. I am Bullet. Big Smoke here is just reenacting Meet the Medic in text form, as he does great with other things.
Yes. My favorite tier 2 class, Big Smoke from GTA San Andreas.
I mean, the rest of it I could actually use a rig biped symbol to do this. This is just our fellow key poses for now. I am sitting through my own fair share of my fair share of actual how would you say it, animation classes in college, so that's pretty cool. The one thing that I definitely do get stabbed at by my lecturer is that he says that this is when you as a 3D animator would probably get the benefits of knowing how to draw, because they're probably gonna go ahead and say, yeah, your model looks a little bit too stiff, there's too many straight lines, we want to go ahead and bend it a bit. What that tends to mean is that you're technically just breaking, you're trying to like intentionally break your 3D model just to have it like have a, how would you say it, a convincing silhouette to look at is his motif, essentially, is what he says. And I'm not doing too good a job on that department, but I am able to sort of like spline it out well enough for what I need to. Is the experience that I realize. Whoops. Well, see, the answer is the skull cutter will not show up until he pulls it out, which is about frame here, and then you shrink it. So now the skull cutter does not show up until he pulls it out. Cool. Raise arm, put arm in. Cool, got it. There's a lot of body mechanics that goes on with animation, and I'd admit I don't see myself as the best of the best. I can tell you one thing about animation between me and him, though, is that when I do go ahead and like show him the things that I'm supposed to like let him use, he does go ahead and say realistic animation. See, realistic animation in my eyes for now is still kind of like, it's either I get myself a mocap suit, or I'll just go ahead and use like clamp tangents, aka things kind of just have a flow to it, have sort of like a weighted flow. But there's not.
How about you try rotoscoping?
Rotoscoping, because you can't import videos into SFM. This is not like Blender or Maya, so that's a little bit cutaway, isn't it? Why do we never have a Meet Marasmus? Because I don't have Nolan North. Do you know how hard it is to do a Marasmus voice? It could technically end around. It could technically end sooner. This thing. Huh. Huh.
Red shirt man.
Red shirt men versus Jet Jaguar, or not it. No, the idea of an Ultrariser is that, well, I mean, I'm not gonna go ahead and force him to do it. Is that the idea? You go ahead, you yell your Ultraman name, you bring out the item, or you do a gesture, and then out comes the Ultraman, aka in this context Jet Jaguar. That's the spin. See, if you gotta delve into liking a specific kaiju, you should go the extra mile to be able to just dedicate it and transform into it, and then you can go ahead and save lives and fight a giant kaiju crime. What do you think about Godzilla Singular Point coming out next year? Hey, if it's as 2D animated, how they pull it off. We have seen how they can pull it off in something like Shin Kellion. Like, hey, he was pretty darn menacing there, and kudos to whoever made the G versus G short, because the Gemstone Godzilla design got used as a Snow Godzilla. Some people still think, it kind of just looks like a Heisei Godzilla. It is, but it's more of a fusion Godzilla, that one. Everybody, you must sub. I will like and subscribe. Excuse me, I gotta go bye. Here's some AMD and the Force. Here's some Bonk and the Force of Nature for you. Well, thank you, Scout from Team Fort 2. I would admit. Should I go ahead and? Well, to be fair, he does say I should. To be fair, my lecturers do say I should use my his elbows are a little bit there. As my lecturer mentioned a few times now, going through classes, that if there's anything you should fix first, you should fix the hips, aka pelvis. From what I've learned from just a long time ago. We're gonna go. I don't know how much I have, but I'll go ahead and try and interactive playback this and see how well it works. Let's see. It's like he goes back, he turns. Alright, let's see. We don't see his. You don't see all of his legs, so I ultimately can like bend this a whole lot better than I need to.
Yeah, I still need to update that thing, but the like guy who like did that conversion really no.
Oh yeah, I mean
fun.
he's probably really busy. I'd understand.
I know, but his response time is pretty slow sometimes. But then again, I rarely use Source Filmmaker now.
Rarely now. Not after your streaming endeavor, of course. Hey, why don't you go ahead and name top 5 games real quick? If that
TF2.
There we go.
Other TF2.
Other TF2, Titanfall 2.
The Sims 2 Castaway for the PlayStation Portable.
That's a stretch, but.
Brother Bears on the PC.
On the PC, isn't that a PS2 game?
No, it is on the PC. Because I grew up playing it.
Okay.
What Red Hat, The Time Chase.
That's a great catalog of games, I'd say.
God Eater.
You can go ahead and name further if you feel like you have. You do have a great
Project
catalog
Diva second.
Oh. Of course it is. Hello, remember me? The Godzilla fandom rookie says, I do remember you. Which movie franchise is better, Aliens or Predator? That's gonna be a hard debate, isn't it? I mean, coming from my endeavor, I probably have more experience knowing what Alien is, so I'm gonna go ahead and say Alien. Just coming from, like, I'd say the even though people have their fair share of says about 3 and Resurrection and, you know, all the other sequels and AVP as well. But
No, I never really watch movie anymore. The last one I watched was like the new Godzilla movie. That's pretty much it.
you mean King of the Monsters?
Yeah, King of the Monster.
Huh. It really has been a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last movie I did watch was Fate Stay
I lied,
Night.
it was the Emoji Movie. Yes, I did go and watch the Emoji Movie.
Oh my god. It's a good thing I missed the Emoji Movie. I was almost dragged in, but then I left. Because
I just kind of went in there out of curiosity, like, how bad is this?
Just a bunch of sadists, masochists. I wouldn't have a fun time if I was whoever that was in the audience.
Well, at least you haven't seen that. What was it? The food one, the one with the food. Life.
I forgot what that movie's called now. Dang it! My favorite movies are Jurassic Park.
I know it has like a food orgy scene at the end.
Well, that probably explains why it's probably a good thing that I didn't. I forgot what that movie's called.
They didn't even have like a age system thing, right?
Well, I mean, how do you
just allow kids to go in there because they thought it was just a movie for kids?
Oh my god, those kids are traumatized.
It's a fucking food orgy sex scene.
No. They don't check that shit? What the hell, man? Okay.
They really don't care. As long as like it's like obvious, but they saw like animation. Oh yeah, for kids. Let's go.
Because of course it always is. This thing probably doesn't. Yeah. If it wasn't for this thing screaming,
What?
it probably wouldn't have too hard a time for me to do this.
Father, did you had your daily dose of Man in Black?
It's Monster Island Buddies here, not Men in Goddamn Black.
Oh.
What the heck? Men in Black.
What?
Oh.
I thought it was the movie Man in Black.
We know where this guy's heart is. His heart is in Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. Yes.
Will Smith.
And not Godzilla figures. We all know where this guy's heart is. Oh shit. Freaking Men in Black. Well, I mean, if I feel like this thing's probably a little, yep. Here, this guy with his men in blacks. Oof. Yes.
I am Speed.
I smoke weed for breakfast. Hey, Lightning, you ready? I love that movie when I was a kid. I fucking love that movie. Cars. Oh. Yeah, this thing is...
Well, if you don't mind me, I'm just gonna play TF2 while we're in here.
Oh yeah, totally cool. We are kind of just chatting. We're kind of just chatting it up whilst we're at it, anyways.
No worries.
Which is totally fine.
I never seen this channel before, but it went my recommended, and I'm a Godzilla collector.
So it makes sense. Well, hey, yeah. Thirsty for chicken. I'm glad I get to be in luck to be in your recommendations. Do stick around, even if I'm not a Jobby the Hong figure collector. I'm sure as hell quite the entertainer of the Godzilla merit. I can assure you that. Godzilla came on my Academy of Two Heroes. Oh yeah, that the Godzilla that's in Boku no Hero Academia. I've seen some of that. Cameo. Thanks, lol. Hey, have you heard about King Caesar's album?
King Caesar?
Is that you don't know King Caesar?
Nope.
No. Yeah. See, this is where this guy's heart is. King Caesar, aka first appeared in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the lion creature. Did Monster Island Buddies really just like release something new? Did he release that? Or is that like a totally different endeavor that I don't know about? Hi, Godzilla is... No, don't say that, but I mean, he is mostly in the grayscale color scheme, so Mauricio, not too far from that. Can you say...
Godzilla is black? Oh my god.
You just... Oh man. I was trying to not say it, dude. See, this is how we get ourselves in trouble. This is because of incidents like these.
Trouble?
Yeah, this is trouble. I'm trying to make a Godzilla figure. Unfortunately, King Caesar album ain't happening because you just got Big Smoke. Oh, we just got Big Smoked. It's all just the. Can you say Ligma Rock 5 times fast? I don't know. Why don't you do it? I was doing stick notes and didn't see the live stream. Sorry. Well, I mean, Titanus, if you're busy with your thing, that's totally okay. I am kind of just doing this live demo of a, not even demo, because I really am just doing an animation on stream, as I did for 5 streams already. Even though technically the third one was not really much of animation, it delved more into people wanting to see fusion Godzillas. Cloverzilla says hi. Hi. Sup peeps, the creator 2.0. Do you know what stick note is? I know stick notes is very similar to what stick figures are. They're essentially the modern day equivalent. It's all pretty 2D, but no qualms there. I'm pretty sure there's some expertise that comes in with needing to use something like this. See, if my laptop wasn't screaming, I probably would have just used like my animation set editor to animate. But this thing's kind of screaming at me right now, so I will go ahead and just not help myself to make sure this thing doesn't just scream. And up. Sorry for saying hi over and over and over. That's okay, Cloverzilla. What are you making? We're making an Ultra Riser animation. Not sure where I am at it. But I'm doing fine as is. We don't have to go ahead and finish it today, mostly because my computer is screaming a bunch to do this.
Oh yeah, you better move to the desktop then.
I mean, I can't. My desktop's in the living room. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to do anything about that. But that's okay. The 70% of Stingles animator characters are legendary Godzilla recolors. You think that's what you say? This is Halloween. This is Halloween. I have never fully seen Nightmare Before Christmas, but Tim Burton does have a style with things. As even my lecturers go to say, his aesthetic is basically always about being grim, goth, dirty. Where things, I mean, even something like Alice in Wonderland, as in the live-action Alice in Wonderland. You seen that movie?
God, there are so many Spider-Man in this server.
He probably has not seen the movie. That's okay.
I have not seen any movie.
And that's what he says. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the... This guy's having a little bit of trouble trying to spell, but that's okay. Sing All Stars. Hey now. See the thing about me looking at a lot of karaoke streams, which that'll be something that I go into as well afterwards, is how do people go into
The what?
How do people go into karaoke streams without having their VODs or the streams themselves like copyright claim to shit?
I have no clue. I think they use like, but on Twitch I think they have like a separate program called Twitch Sing or something.
I've seen that. But I mean,
yeah, but I'm pretty sure that one is already being discontinued. Cause
that's sort of like I have a plan for something like this somewhere down the line. I just don't know how I can execute it without me absolutely getting miffed. Does cereal go with orange juice? It is a sweet substance, but I wouldn't know how vitamin C pairs up with. I mean, to be fair, people mix beer with cereal, so take for it what you will. Just have fun eating your food. You weirdos. See, if you guys want to go ahead and just mix things in your food, go ahead. Just don't, mesh other people in your really sickly endeavors. Think about this: Godzilla's son wearing a costume of his dad, going out trick or treating.
Ain't that just gonna be his head?
I mean, he's probably gonna be too small for the suit anyways, so I wouldn't know how you do that. At least with Honey Nut Cheerios. I tried that. It was disgusting. Well, it is orange juice. Yeah, the pulps too. That'll be really weird. I see how you popped up. I watched what? Yeah, they said orange juice in cereal. Goriji. What? Oh no.
The pulp.
Yeah, the pulp. When you get pulp in your cereal, that's gonna be pretty disgusting, wouldn't you say?
It would be like alright, but the pulp just gonna make it feel weird when you eat.
There, exactly. This guy has the right
It's
idea.
It's like eating a tumor or something.
I wouldn't like that. You guys. And then there's the Jet Jaguar song that people only know the 2 lines of lyrics of, which is just Jet Jaguar, and then what happens after that is just and then what is it? And then it's the Godzilla Jet Jaguar, the punch, and that's all people know because the rest of it is in Japanese. Meanwhile, I pulled off singing Ultraman Taro's opening on my 3rd stream. Out of nowhere too. I chose Monster Island Buddies. Godzilla does the tail slide from Godzilla vs. Megalon. That's one of my earliest videos too. I don't know how many views it got in previous times, but it was one of my earliest Sourceful Maker endeavors. This is before I knew how to zoom in with the camera. Yes, I love the song. Look what happened. He has no idea what the hell I'm referring to because he doesn't know what Monster Island Buddies is. His wrist is breaking, though. Oh, well. I can't really do anything about that now, can I? No, because if I do anything about it, the model breaks. Also, his hand tweens out really weirdly, too. Don't know what to do about this, other than... Well, I mean, if you get the overall idea of it down, you can pretty much do what it is for the rest of it. And then we'll have his wrist go a little bit up. He brings this thing up. Maybe his wrist is kind of snapping off of his hands, but that's totally cool. Things are a little bit chaotic going on over here. Zone Fighter has the best theme song. The only part of that I heard is like, what is it? Zone Fighter, whoa, 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 as the two flying saucers connect with each other and collide. I didn't put this thing on loop. I should put this thing on loop. There we go. Let them fight. I'm also doing 3D stuff. That's great. The most overrated voice line. What is the most overrated voice line? The same. Oh yeah, the look what happened. Your friend seems to be vibe checking you. He doesn't have an arm to be. He doesn't have leap motion. He can't do that.
Not yet.
Not yet. He still has to wait for a good few months to be able to do that.
It's being shipped right now.
I feel like hornets are stinging my eyes. Well, you better get those hornets out of your eyes, Jose. Do your MIB Titanosaurus impressions. You want me to do it again? I mean, I already did it like earlier ago, but I mean, there's the April Fools, motherfuckers. He sounds like Mickey. Is what he is. Oh no, they say he has to go to. Oh, he's saying that. Oh no, you know he's got to go. Go Godzilla. We have Jet Jaguar over here. The idea for this is that I'm looking at some of his footage in the movie that he's in. Essentially, I'm doing what he does when he's trying to like fly. Except we will translate that into an ultra rising animation.
Doesn't Jet Jaguar, when he flies, he just have both of his arm out, like in a Y shape?
I know, but that's when he flies. But he does something else before he flies. And we're doing that now. I saw he has like sort of like a 3-pose thing. And then his body floats up, and then he's in the Y shape. And the Y shape is a pretty unanimous Ultraman sign, but of course we won't say that. Not in Toho sphere, although I'm pretty sure if you ask either one, they probably wouldn't mind as much. They'll basically just go, oh yeah, we borrowed each other's suits because we just have each other's suits. That's totally fine. I'm not 100% sure what the concept of this video is, but I consumed it early in the day. My ass wondering what would I want my quirk to be? I told him to turn into Jet Jaguar. Well, yep, Thirsty for Chicken knows exactly what's going on. It's about making use of kaijus and giving yourself the Ultra Riser ability for you to turn into them. Isn't that like fun stuff to be able to do? To turn into the very kaijus you'd wanna be and play as? That's like a dream come true.
Okay, I'm back. Never drink an entire can of Monster before stream.
You? Is that you or is that someone? Oh. Well, I mean, here's most of the... I didn't even ask... You're not on stream. Oh, wait, yeah, you're back. I didn't ask you this on purpose because I want to ask you now. Did you sleep?
What?
Did you sleep? I saw you online at midnight on Twitter. Did you sleep?
Nah.
Ah, fuck. You...
Because I always slept like an entire day, like yesterday.
Okay. Well, sure, you're exempted, but man, I cannot. I tried putting I put myself through a late nighter like months ago, and not for the best reasons, because it was me just being in a call with my friend, my neighbor friend, and for no reason too. I didn't have to be the guy that stays up, but I stayed up because we just kept talking until 5 a.m. So that was not very pleasant, but whatever, that was a one-time thing, and I didn't have like a class the next day. Did I? No, I didn't. It's like after that, I slept at 5. I woke up at 9. So I had 4 hours of sleep that one time. It messed me the hell up. Never again. In fact, you think me being in college would do the thing where I actually I'd actually give way, right? Except no. You think all the assignments? You think I'm an art student? You think I probably would have like gave way thanks to like college stress or whatever? But believe it or not, I still sleep like an average of a good 6 to 8 hours. I'm healthy as hell for an artist, and that's not and the fact that you have to go ahead and like say that as your credit like sucks, because it just means everyone likes living unhealthily. Everyone's so gonna like go away way ahead of me because in the early years they decided that staying up early was the right thing to do for your work, but then you won't be able to last as long to be able to just see your legacy go on. So that kind of sucks. But I won't have my say on that. There, now he's the Y shape. So we have 4 poses, I think. Yeah, he goes this pose, this pose, this pose, and then he flies. You can go ahead and even fuse the 2 poses together if you feel like it's more appropriate for it. Like if I feel like this key and the final key where he does the Y pose is a little bit too similar, Then I'll tuck the Y pose in the back, so that we can use it later, or not use it actually, because we can transition immediately from pose 2 to pose 4 is our idea. Jet Jaguar, punch, punch, punch! I'm finally going. I'm finally gonna do it. I'm gonna ask Mothra out on it. I can't do Rodan's voice. It's very anything to do with a throaty voice. I mean, as the farthest thing I can go with the throaty voice is, maybe an attempt at a Vortigaunt, where he kind of just goes, Alex fans, you have received my messages, which is still a pretty. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't see myself as a voice talent. It's just more whether or not but my parents do discuss about whether or not if I'm possible to take voice talent jobs or whatever, which I then say I won't rule opportunities out, but I'm also not the kind of guy that goes for things too early on. There we go. So that's our poses. And then we'll just put these things together. I can make my poodle run with a balloon. That one Monster Island Bunny where Jet Jaguar punches King Ghidorah 100 times. I forgot what that episode is. It was around episode 60 or 70. That thing was, as far as I remember. 2, 3. There we go. I mean, I know for a fact that his fingers fold first in an animation like this. So the idea would be to just take his arms. See, before his arms fold up, you'd want to go ahead and do a better shape with each of their arms, kind of just have them fold up like they're flexing. That looks a whole lot better. So when they fold up, you get a foot.
I don't think they make Jet Jaguar figurine anymore, right?
Oh, dude, is there even a Jet Jaguar? I mean, at most, I think maybe either SH Monster Arts or whoever that makes the Showa Gigan and Angerus figures. I don't remember. Is that Kotobukiya or something? But Jet Jaguar
from
figure.
what I see on eBay, it's
Oh man, it's hard.
a few action figures, and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's rare shit, is what it is. I mean, try getting your hands on any of the older SH Monster Red stuff. You'd be singed. Some of these things are just rare. Some of these things still feel like they snap a little harder than they should. You okay?
Nah.
Nah. This guy needs to go to bed. But he won't go to bed because some of you guys like to harm your body. Sleep. Please, for the love of not God, but your body. Sleep. Ugh.
Nah.
I stress some of these things enough, but some of these people don't want to take my advice. I don't get it. you won't have the cognitive abilities to be able to do work the next day or do what you want the next day, not fully. So what are you doing? Sleep. There we go. That delaying things already has their own.
Saki, say hi to Trey. He's my cat.
Hi Trey, you're a pretty cool yo cat, even though I don't see you by your image. But I love cats, even though I don't own one. Hey, do you people know I actually don't own cats or dogs? You know all those videos of cats that I showed with my animation side by side? Those are not my cats. Those are Sophie's cats. It's all my friends' cats. I just get sent DMs of them, and I just figured out, hey, can I animate these? Can I animate these things with Godzilla? Sure. And then they get 6-figure views. So the answer is sometimes you just gotta live a little easier to find out. To just find out that you can hit jackpots really easy is what it is.
Try animating with that Geese Howard model that I request a guy to like port over.
You mean the normal one? Normal geese or female geese?
Normal geese. It's on like the workshop right now.
It is?
Yeah. Because I kinda like asked the guy there, like, can you port like Geese Howard from Tekken 7 on the workshop?
No, okay.
Although the rig is pretty weird.
I mean, I definitely think if your rigs are not not made on purpose for things, obviously there's gonna be something weird about the model, as evident as it would be. See, Jet Jaguar does close his fingers earlier. Then he moves his arms, so he closes fingers there. And then we'd open his fingers earlier. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That looks pretty good already. You don't even have to animate his lower body. From this point on, you just give a little bit of a head bob.
And it's kind of funny that you can just straight up cheat with Jet Jaguar because he's pretty much robotic.
Except is he though? Is he just really? He is just really a robot that can change size. You're right.
I mean, he's robotic when like small form, but in like giant form, he's just got be like a stuntman.
Oh yeah. So Thirsty for Chicken says if you do want to get yourself a Jet Jaguar, you can go ahead and check if X Plus made some. You know X Plus?
Nope.
They're the one. They make realistic looking Godzilla figures.
Yeah,
but as in statues, like resin type stuff. The big boys, the ones you really display when you're a boss. It's like, hey, check out.
But I also wanted to have like a Jet Jaguar helmet.
I'm pretty sure there exists something like that. I know for a fact that there's a lot of Godzilla
they
heads.
exist, but wait, I'm getting called. Hold on.
Oh shit. Get Jet Jaguared. I reckon mine's the prettiest. I have a bird. You have a bird, cadet? He thick. Say hi to Thor, my turtle. You guys have a lot of pretty fancy pet animals, I'd say.
Okay, I'm back.
Nice. Do you have any pets?
No.
I remember you tried getting cats at one point. What was that about?
What? No, I ain't never had a pet.
Oh, so it's just cats that you met at a shop, right?
Yeah, it's just kind of like a stray cat. It died.
Ah, man.
It got ran over.
No. Ah, man. Well, you just bummed out everyone in the chat. That sucks. Roadkill, man.
We never really have pets, especially dogs, because like I got bitten in the ankle once by a dog when I was young, and my mom got scared, got like phobias.
No dog, no dog. Well, for my parents, it's just straight up the maintenance cost to try to keep pets in the houses can sometimes just be overbearing for the need of it, so we just decided against it. And I kind of just go, yeah, I'm fine too. I'm not good with responsibilities either. Don't try to go ahead and find me to marry just because you think I'm some YouTuber. I'm a pretty irresponsible teenager, and I'll even admit it to you. And I'd admit so because I know for a fact that I have my shortcomings and my flaws. 2, 3. There we go. That already looks pretty good. Animate, show, or Heisei. I'm bored of Jet Jaguar.
Too bad, we just gotta keep talking about Jet Jaguar.
Are you now? Hey, I mean, tell me, what do you like about him? I want to know, because I never figured it out from you. What do you
No, it just looks cool.
It just looks what?
It just looks cool. I like his design and his sound.
He makes that bam sound. I like that sound too. So the idea of an Ultra Riser when an Ultraman does a rise is that he folds his hands up. Well, we can't really do forced perspective this time around because his hands are pretty like here. But what we do is that to match how like the his hands are going here, and then in between your poses, you'd move the camera to sort of just show him growing in size. And if you do it correctly, you can look really
I wonder if they're gonna make
cool.
like the monster was as ridiculous as possible. Like they're gonna just introduce mech, like Pacific Rim.
I mean, to be fair, they did say that, what is it? Mecha Godzilla's gonna be in the next movie, so you're not far from the truth. And then we zoom into his
I wonder
eyes.
how they got just modernize Kiryu there.
Modernized Kiryu. I'm pretty sure they have. I'm pretty sure they have to. If they want to bring Mecha Godzilla, I don't know what design they'll go, but they'll go somewhere. I assure you. I don't know how close to be. Like, just go pretty close to his eyes is our idea. And then you hit clamp tangents, and then we'll see where we're at. 2, 3, 4. To be fair, this pose and this pose is a little bit changed. We want to actually go ahead and like zoom it in.
Who would win in a fight, Monster X or Jet Jaguar?
Who do you think? Who would
Monster
win?
X.
Well, you're already being not patriotic to your favorite kaiju. I can't believe it.
Hey, I'm not gonna expect Jet Jaguar would be the strongest monster of all time here.
It's Monster X though. It's just a Kaiser Ghidorah. You're gonna tell me Jet Jaguar can't defeat a Kaiser Ghidorah?
I don't know. I'm not a Godzilla aficionado. I just like Jet Jaguar.
Welcome to Cinema Shins. Who would, I'm eating pizza with ketchup. There is tomato sauce on pizza though, unless you're the kind of avid pizza eaters that go only cheese goes on pizza and maybe the bread. I'll look into the vinyl bank. Thanks for telling me. No, he cannot. Godzilla struggled with Kaiser, but he still beat him though. So that goes with my argument to say that Final Wars Godzilla is still a pretty formidable thing, if you to ask me. And if you disagree, then eat my shorts. 1, 2, 3, 4. How much ketchup? Fill everything on top with ketchup. Then put your. What's your favorite pizza? What's your favorite pizza?
What?
What's your favorite pizza?
Hawaiian.
There we go. Same thing. High five. We're not
Yay.
we're not next to each other, but high five. We're next to each other like virtually, but
Metaphysically.
yep.
Metaphorically.
It's just that probably blew the microphone out. I eat paper and I eat clothes. To be here's a really dirty truth. I have eaten paper. Have you eaten paper?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're all idiot kids. Fuck us.
It tastes like wood.
Yeah, it tastes like it tastes like nothing except it's very like flat tactile. Ugh, why are we talking about this? Eating paper.
Tastes like just like kind of like dust.
Yeah.
With dust or something.
You ever want to eat some chalky thing? Just like grab a piece of A4 and then if you decide you want to like taste saliva, just like try to eat it because you're a stupid ass kid. Why are we like this? Can I make lava soup with ash pepper and a hit of burning Godzilla hot sauce? Well, you can have you can add a pinch of Kamada-kun blood in it if you want. That'll take that spiciness level to Carolina Reaper levels. Jackson Sparks. Paper tastes good. In a 1v15 with Kaiser, if Final Wars didn't have Al, Kaiser would have killed him, drained his energy, and probably would do the same thing to King Ghidorah. He, like, Final Wars did, like, get powered up by, like, Gotengo. Did he? Like, he probably did just get, like, power up. Same thing with, like, King of the Monsters. It's all about the Godzillas getting power up some way, even with Heisei getting power up by, Fire Rodan, and then turning like nuclear in Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. It's all the same. What are we doing here? Except for Shin. Shin doesn't have a power up yet, not yet, but he evolves by his own. So technically that too. What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a sequel to Shin, right? Ending is still intricate.
I don't know.
I don't
know
like,
if there is.
It's just gonna be like something like, oh no, he's gonna evolve again. We're doomed. We have nothing to do about it.
Well, I mean, he will send out his Shin human forms, but then they coagulated him. What do you think about the kids of the Kaiju community? Let them live. Let the kids live. It's not fair for you to take away their childhood just because you want to gatekeep them.
It's literally just a fucking show about big monster fighting, and you don't want kids in there. What the fuck? It's an adult movie. It's a Family Guy.
Oh, we go so close to his eyes. There we go. That's how you do camera movement. I really just learned these. I really just like refer to like how you do these things off of like Ultraman Z. Even though in Ultraman Z the camera doesn't really. I don't think the camera moves.
Oh, hey, Cadet. Hello there, Cadet. Welcome.
Yeah, he's been here. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Even though this isn't Rat stream and we're not playing and we're not playing TF2 together.
Yeah.
Why are you kissing my hair?
Hmm?
Do you really like sniffing my hair that much?
You put me there.
No, look elsewhere. Why are you like looking so cornered up, sniffing my hair?
I have my phone like on my left, so I just looking at the chat.
It's like if you're really one of those just odor smelling people, you could have just asked. You could have just asked.
Cadet. How you doing, Cadet?
By the way, Cadet, I know your introduction has has something to do with my fellow citizens. I like to mention that was at some point, as in years ago, part of my intro. This is like YouTuber times where I go ahead and say, and you guys are gonna cringe hard when I say this, where I say, "What's going on, my fellow citizens? This is Sucky NG here, and today we're blah 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 blah." The reason for that is because I was sort of like, it was in that state of what if I was one of those if I like ran a city where I just like have my own things. Obviously, stupid fucking idea. If you try to like pull off an idea that even Walt Disney tried to pull before he died, not knowing how to actually plan things out, then you're probably no worse than some tyranny thing, as we all know. So the answer is don't go far with your ambitions if you don't know what the hell you're doing. But otherwise, Cadet, that's just my like tidbit insights to you, is that we do have our fair share of coincidences coming from something as simple as my fellow citizens. I hope you like my intro. I've seen some of your stuff on Twitter before. It's pretty good stuff. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after this, I'll put some particle effects around it, and then I'll go ahead and light this as well. 3, 4. It's a few years old now, but if you store Carrier's older stuff, it might be possible. Do you play Among Us? Not me, and the guy beside me does not like the game.
Yeah, I do not like it. It's just not enjoyable for me.
I mean, do you play? Would you prefer any further party games if you could name an alternative that you want to do a mass collab with people, if you could, other than TF2?
Literally any game besides Among Us, because I do not like lying.
I mean, to be fair, that is the whole strategy of the game. So
yeah.
Oh well.
And mostly because I can't tell if people are like being serious or joking. I really can't draw the line. I really can't see the line between that. So yeah.
What would happen if Jet Jaguar fought General Grievous from Star Wars, but stay in his small form? Does Jet Jaguar even have any other abilities other than him changing size? Because he is just the normal hunk of a robot. And General Grievous is just there going, you, what did he say again? You fool! I train my Jedi arts from Count Dooku. It's up, Kenobi. Those spinning lightsabers. What's your favorite Star Wars movie, even if you haven't seen like all of it?
Lego Star Wars.
Okay, that's fair enough. What's your favorite Star Wars character?
Lego Yoda.
Disappointed in your answers.
Game.
I am. Is it true when they say Lego Star Wars or like the early Star Wars games, they don't talk and then they start talking? Is that real?
I don't know. I never played Lego Star Wars actually.
Shrek for Mortal Kombat. You fool! It's it's Shaggy for Mortal Kombat.
I don't know, whichever copyright that Warner Brothers own.
Mine is Darth Maul. What's his name again? Ray Park. Ray Park is still rocking that twin lightsaber. And the fact that he's still around, you know what? He pulls out that role beautifully. Either way and when that he pulls it. Don't we all just love Ray Park with his Maul? Best of luck. If I see you here on here again, I'll ask how it went. I have seen some old stuff, so it might be possible. I'm bored right now. Let's just get an anthro robot kaiju. No Doom guy for Smash. Hey, how did you feel when Steve was in Smash? I'm asking you. He's not saying. What is your favorite Godzilla design? You guys are seeing a lot of Shin Godzilla in present day. I'm gonna go ahead and say him. He is pretty grotesque. He is just so different enough where I can go, yeah, I like it. Ah, so it is. It was essentially grunts, and then it turns into them talking. So that was the progression of the Lego Star Wars games. Because I heard from Tyler McVicker, aka Valve News Network, when I do tune into some of his VODs, and he said, aren't they supposed to be just mute? And then people were talking, and then people in the chat was like, they've been talking for a long time now. And so that was just the insights of what I remember. Shin is good, but 2019 Godzilla is better. 2019 Godzilla is just basically you perfect G14 is where you get King of the Monsters Goji. So hey, I wouldn't attest to that. I like this design too. You give him like the traditional looking dorsal plates. Godzilla Earth has the best design. He does have a pretty unique design too. Too bad you didn't have the real movies to be able to accommodate his design. Let's see what Singular Point brings to the table.
Below Earth, like pretty shit.
You mean the movie?
Yeah, I heard it was pretty shit.
Yeah, from what I heard, I saw the first one, and yeah, I get what you mean. It's just a cast of humans going, I hate Godzilla, and then they were like, we defeat Godzilla, 50 meters Godzilla, and then they awaken the real one, and it's like, and then he tail whips and he destroys everything.
And then he just extinct the entire humanity just to dent his numb, just like to scratch him.
City at the Edge of Boredom. I love that parody title. It's like, what a name too, City at the Edge of Battle. I don't know, where's Mechagodzilla in it? You're just bringing him into a cage, and you're gonna try to kill him, and he still wins. So that movie is just nothing. Just have it be a two-parter. What was the point? I hope Singular Point has to do something significant to just bring this in. And you know, even if Shin Kellyon wasn't directly a Godzilla movie, it's just him. It's just like what, 6 minutes of him, and even Shinji was in that movie as well. I mean, even then, it's like he was still a formidable foe. What?
Wait, Shinji who?
Shinji from Evangelion was in the Shin Kellyon movie, is what I said. Nobody, I didn't know that. I saw the 6 minutes of a Snow Godzilla in that movie, and then it's like Shinji's in it. Yeah. You excited for You excited for 4.0? He doesn't say. Godzilla 2000 is unique. Mirai Goji is pretty cool looking too. Those purple, more crystal looking dorsal plates. I like that. And a good color coded contrast too with the green and the purple. Planet Eater is second best to Kaiser in my opinion. Planet Eater is way bigger though, if you're talking about Ghidorah sizes. Planet Eater Ghidorah is my favorite. Kong has an epic beard, and Goji's spine axe. I wonder what Planet Eater Ghidorah's body looks like. Is it because we only see his heads, his really long heads? We never see his body in the third movie, so that's probably what it was. This is so good that I die in laughter. What happened to the Gamera movies? Have you heard news of this, by the way, Rat? There was a Gamera movie like back. So there was a trailer for a Gamera movie 5 years ago, and then it went nowhere. It's like we don't know what the fuck happened to it. You seen that? You seen that trailer before?
No.
No.
I'm not really like latched on to Godzilla. I just like binge that Godzilla wiki, and that's pretty much it.
Well, I watched Godzillathon, as in Cinemassacre. He gives us quite the insights. If we're gonna go ahead with lighting this guy, what I'd probably do is I just go ahead and see, this isn't the main light. This is kind of just like my little area light. Because what we will do is that we would enable volumetrics, and then from below we will shine some volumetric light, and then we'll just see where we go from here. You don't see the core of the light though. It's pretty not strong now. There we go. Now it's strong as hell. See, the idea is that we can flash this thing in the colors of boom. All right. I want to make sure that I get the colors right though. And what we'll do is we'll also move the light 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll move it accordingly. Let's see how this looks. That looks pretty good already. I do now that you said that. It looks really cool, and the lizard-like face makes it better. No one remembers Cretaceous or the Ghidorah. I remember Cretaceous Ghidorah. It's a quadruped Ghidorah. I don't know which movie it probably belongs to, but that's a pretty unique design as well. Just saying, I think the Godzilla 2000's dorsal plates are sort of inspired from Space Godzilla. Seems like it's almost crystallized. You're right. You're totally right. They both share the crystallized aesthetic. So we'll hit smooth.
Bruh.
What's up? What happened?
There's someone being serious in a goddamn Halloween map.
Oh, what the fuck? Why is someone like raging shit?
Try harding in a goddamn Halloween map.
What server are you playing? Or I mean, what map are you playing?
Hellstone.
And then we'll make 2 keys real quick for ourselves so we can drag the timing a little better. Just kind of get it snappier than we want. There we go, now the timing actually matches. We'll ease this as well, and then we will turn this light off. Red. And then we will color code this. You might be wondering what we're going to color code this as. To commemorate our boy Rat here being from Cambodia, we're gonna flash the colors as per the Cambodian flag. So we'll start with white, and then when it zooms in, it turns into red over here. Have a little orange hues as well, kind of looking Ultraman-like. And then finally, when it goes a little closer, over here, we cut to blue.
Who's the dummy sick? Who's the most dummy sick kaiju you can think of?
It's either we're talking about either Godzilla Earth or Mechagodzilla in that same universe. It's all the same.
Oh yeah, Godzilla Earth is pretty chunky.
There we go. Doesn't that look damn good? See, in terms of lighting this thing over here as well, that light is placed pretty close to where Jet Jaguar is right now. Go ahead and pull it a little bit farther away. So as the light kicks in, and then only we gradually give light here. And actually we'll delay it too, just so it doesn't get light immediately. And we'll actually shake the screen as well as we start.
Female space Godzilla.
Female space Godzilla. What would the difference be? They're all pretty asexual from what I remember, other than Mothra, of course.
Tits.
Which, by the way, have you seen that, like, what is it? The legendary Godzilla Jijinka before? The one where she is just really racked up. You remember that?
No, I haven't seen it.
I like that fan art. I wish I could get I wish I could get a model of that. I'm pretty sure there's already cosplays of that because it looks really darn hot. So nice, wow. Gorosaurus hasn't appeared in movies yet. I hope he'll be added to the MonsterVerse. Oh, to be fair, it's like, other than him being able to kick and having a big head dinosaur, what would Gorosaurus do? He would probably, even if he's in the MonsterVerse, he'll probably just be tucked away. Just like for fodder, which is kind of sad. See, if I wanted this thing to look a little better, I'll go ahead and copy the volumetric light and then put it closer to the back of him so that we get a little bit.
Sick Mothra.
Would you simp for Mothra? I wouldn't.
Nah. Mothra is like the eagle in Godzilla.
There, we get some rim lighting going on here. Okay, probably put it a little bit further from him, because right now it's a little bit undiscernible from the rest of it. Because the idea is we want to show some form. If Death Ghidorah was in MonsterVerse, it's like, how many Ghidorahs could you fit in the MonsterVerse? You want to go ahead and say the dinosaurs back in the Cretaceous era, or back in that Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous stretch? It's actually Godzilla's versus King Ghidorahs all over the world. I'm really hoping Mechagodzilla isn't in the new movie. It's too unrealistic for the world. Hey, if you can have aliens in that world, a giant mech of a Godzilla is not too far of a stretch. It's just how would you deal with that? Would be my question.
I'm pretty sure humanity will just be like on like life support at that point in the MonsterVerse movie.
2, 3.
Japan will probably just stay alive, and they'll probably just like, I don't know, build Jet Jaguar or kill you.
Build another Mechagodzilla in the MonsterVerse? I don't know. I feel like at that point you probably should just get Jet Jaguar. Just have Japan build Jet Jaguar in the MonsterVerse. Just it like comes over. Oh no, we can't. Godzilla and Kong can't defeat them. What do we do? And Jet Jaguar goes Beema, and then Godzilla actually flies with his tail again. Because of course he's gonna. What do you think was gonna happen?
I guess I have like Space Godzilla later on. It's gotta be like half serious, half ridiculous.
Because of course it is. That's the spirit of a toku movie. And if you don't know how to mix that, then you don't know what you're doing.
Pretty sure Mothra is like. Well, wait, no, Mothra is dead in that universe already.
Yeah, what the hell? You don't know your movies?
And I thought you should just resurrect somehow.
No, there's probably already eggs. You kidding me?
Oh yeah.
The sound shouldn't be down here. It shouldn't be up here. It should be down there.
Hey Jessica, you're missing Kaiser with Ghidorah.
There's Showa, Heisei, GMK, Death Ghidorah, Cretaceous, Grand King, Space, and 2019. You're missing Kaiser Ghidorah. You're also missing Shin Ghidorah from the Shin Godzilla X Evangelion ride, or 4D movie. Sorry, but yes, there's a Shin Ghidorah in that as well, and that looked pretty metal too. So imagine.
How many cats does he got?
Still 3. He just looks a lot more grotesque. Go check it. Go check Shin Ghidorah if you have to know what it looks like. Size goes bitter. Okay, here's something weird. Why is Grand King Ghidorah shipped with Guardian Mothra? Because they come from the same movie?
I wonder if like Shin, like Jet Jaguar would just be like a HR Geiger abomination.
No. You want to know why? Because there's a Shin Ultraman movie in the works somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's that one still that's just Ultraman standing awkwardly in the distance. It's like fucking funny. And then
it's my turn on the Xbox.
And then oh shit, why is it not working? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the rotation axes and just rotate it a bunch. Just grab this, press play. Let's see how well it works. It works, yeah! There, now he ultra rises. Spins. And then he pops up. There we go. Well, first of all, we're gonna delay the keys, as we always do. Oh, whoops. That's my bad.
Would be interesting to see like a kaiju based on like HR Geiger and Gispa with Jinsky.
You want to see just a more? You want to see just a more grotesque thing?
Oh yeah. I mean there.
Just watch Alien or Aliens. If you want your
Aliens seems generic. I just like want to see a whole world about it. I mean a whole giant ass monster about it. just a weird mixed up machine man thing. I know like that one game called Scorn that's basically that.
Where's my arms? Where's my arms? Now I'm curious of something that has Jet Jaguar ever fought Final Wars Gigan, or just the original? Yeah, I think he would struggle a little bit more with modded Gigan. I mean, here's the thing though, that Gigan can shoot lasers. That Gigan has double chainsaw arms, so don't know how many's in your favor. If a Jet Jaguar doesn't get modded himself, he's probably just gonna go.
It's just gotta use wrestling moves, just like in Godzilla, that one video game where he's basically just doing capoeira.
Spewin. Suki is cool at making.
Come on, animate Heisei. Godzilla 2019 dropkick. Oh yeah, the modernized dropkick.
One, two, three, four, and then it's just here. Let's extend this real quick.
Gamer time.
Gamer time? He's gaming in the background. I'm kind of just here. If you asking folks be asking too much about, then I guess the answer is I can't really do too much about it now, can I? Other than gotta give what the people want to see. If that's what you really want to see. There. And then we just take you. Take you. Do this. Do that. Bend you over. This thing is rigged weird, but it's okay. This be a little. I don't know. Should he be bending this far back? Then he should be. And then his neck should just flex a bunch. Yeah, so everything is kind of just placed in unknown. This thing was not this thing was probably not made too proper, but that's okay. Because it just means that we can go ahead and place him somewhere. I actually like to put my animations in with somewhat of a 3D space kept in mind, so that if and when I move the camera, everything still looks about cohesive. That's just my philosophy. It takes a lot of time to do that, and ultimately, if you enter the industry, they'll tell you not to do that. They'll just tell you to work on. They'll just tell you to work on it from one camera angle to save your time. But I'm an idiot, so I work at it from multiple angles sometimes, just so I can put the camera anywhere I want. and this is evident in a lot of my own videos. Come on, Heisei, open your eyes. Say ah. There we go. That's a new Jet Jaguar roar. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just make him go. Shit. And then boop. There. And this, and then take Heisei. And throw him away.
The Heisei got dropkick, okay.
There we go. This is some screensaver worthy shit. Bye. Duh. People say animation is hard. I tell him, you know what's harder? Life. There you go. Is that your requests fulfilled?
Okay, could you make that dropkick get Heisei into his mini Godzilla?
Is that what you want? You want mini Godzillas? I'll do you one. Then you guys have really weird requests. But don't worry, I'm here to make sure that you guys have boop. And then they take these, make sure you keyform them as keyframe. Their scales were not stepped tangent yet. Give me a moment. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring each of these Heisei Godzillas up to where the contact point was. And then just there we go. Isn't this screensaver worthy stuff? There's your mini Godzillas.
It's just like a bowling. Just like add like the bowling sound effect.
Kick Heisei in between the legs. You call that a mini Godzilla? Wow, this guy's asking too much of Godzilla. I need to call that a mini Godzilla. Hey, why don't you go ahead and respect like the the different sizes of every nation, the average size, before you go ahead and proclaim that everyone just owns a mini Godzilla. Check yourselves. There you go. Now see, it wouldn't be fully complete if we didn't do one more thing. Because this is something of a callback all the way from those many good days ago. Hello, Goji. You don't need your arms this time around again. Your legs? I don't know. Are your legs, suited? They're already pretty good legs. I wouldn't know why you'd want to go ahead and get rid of the legs. But, we're gonna, how do we do this? Where does it end? It has to be somewhere up here. Yep. Take this, take that, shrink this. Make this big, make this whatever size that it's supposed to be. And then just put it on. He has way bigger arms than he needs here, but who cares? All right. One with this guy. Lock it. Make sure moving this guy only moves what you need to. Cool. Then we'll just bend his legs, and then we'll just bend everything out. Whoops. Look at what you guys made me do. Look at what you guys made me do. Look at what you guys made me do. This is what you guys wanted? This is what you guys tuned in for?
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of jet lag. I haven't not playing Titanfall 2 in a while.
What do you think? Is the server still good?
Yeah, just
Cool.
not a lot of people playing.
There you go. This was the whole purpose of this stream. to mesh these two together, because you can always do a Trendmaster style fusion with Godzilla. There's just endless possibilities. Ain't this fun? What's happening? See, we got ourselves one final thing in the sleeve. Shin, come over here. And then we'll bring him back in again. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the server. Okay, cool. Yeep beep 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 beep. Oh, there's no more timeline. And then you go to here. There we go. And then you. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't go on that frequency then. Nice. This is worthy. There we go. This is. You guys be complaining how you get animation right. The answer is it's really not that hard.
I never even learned how to animate.
It's really not that hard. I'm just saying. Do you come out properly? No, you come out like this. There. Wonderful. Your leg's kicking out a little earlier than you should. We should fix that. No. There we go. Wonderful. There we go. Isn't that excellent? No. What are we doing?
What the hell are you doing? I just realized. Just switch back. What the fuck?
I don't know, I'm still animating.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Everyone's also wondering what the heck is that? What the fuck are you doing?
Single dead.